I'd like to commence this video with a request. For those interested in receiving more premium betting tips and predictions, especially if my guidance has contributed to your success in winning bets and generating revenue, I kindly seek your support in revitalizing this channel. Your assistance plays a crucial role in bolstering my presence on YouTube. You're welcome to explore my Patreon support tier or check out my various plans. Multiple plans are available for each and every one of you seeking our premium picks. You can find the link in the bio and comment section below. Thank you for considering and supporting me. Cavaliers vs. Celtics. My team pick is Cavaliers plus 11.5 points. Cleveland was pushed to the brink by the young Orlando Magic, needing 7 games to advance to the second round. In Game 7, the Cavs trailed by 18 in the first half and were in danger of being eliminated early for the second year in a row. But Donovan Mitchell exploded in the second half and the Cavaliers came back to win easily 106-94. Mitchell had an inconsistent series shooting the ball, but he always came up big when the Cavaliers needed him most. He averaged 28.7 points, 5.0 rebounds, and 4.4 assists per game in the first round, while putting up at least 28 points in each of the last 3 contests. According to the NBA, Cleveland's comeback is the largest in a Game 7 since the league began tracking play-by-play in 1997-98. They went 1-2 against Boston in the regular season. "I'm pretty sure everybody thinks they're going to come in and kick our ass," Mitchell told Associated Press reporters after the game. "So for us to continue to stay level-headed throughout and just be who we are, that's the biggest thing." Jarrett Allen remains questionable to suit up. Boston and Cleveland played 3 times during the regular season. Boston won the season series 2-1, but the key fact is that all 3 games were within 5 points. The home team won all 3 matchups, but the games were close. The Celtics have multiple great defenders they can assign to Mitchell, and they can put multiple defenders in front of him on every possession. Expect Derek White and Jrue Holiday to focus on Mitchell, leaving Darius Garland the X-factor in the series. He averaged just 14.9 points in the series against Orlando, but that was a slow, defensive grind. Boston likes to crank up the tempo and jack threes, so look for Garland to get more open court space. Boston will win at home, but Cleveland has enough firepower to keep it close without Porzingis available. Take Cleveland plus 11.5 points. My total pick is over 208.5 points. The number for Game 1 of this series is set at a respectable 208.5. In 3 regular season contests, that number was surpassed every time. With that said, the playoffs present a different type of game. Both teams will be without their starting center, and that plays a pivotal role in action at the rim, especially for Cleveland. All 3 of Boston's matchups with the Cavs were decided by fewer than 10 points, and this could be a much more tightly contested series than Round 1, where the Celtics led by as many as 27 points in all 4 of their victories over Miami. Mitchell and Garland will have plenty of opportunities with Allen out and Porzingis not around in the paint. Take the over in Game 1. Mavericks vs. City Thunder. My team pick is Mavericks plus 3.5 points. The 4 vs. 5 matchup in the Western Conference was set to be a thrilling one, but the Mavericks took care of the Clippers with relative ease. It took 6 games for Dallas to close out the series as the 5th seed, but they secured a 114-101 home victory to advance. That game was on Friday, so the Mavericks had plenty of time to rest up for their next series against the top-seeded Thunder. Specifically in Game 6, the 2 sides split the rebounding battle, 45 apiece, and the Mavericks had the edge in every other major statistical category, including field goal percentage, 48.2% to 41.5%, three-point shooting, 33.3% to 25.8%, and turnovers, 10 to 11. Dallas was a sizable 8.5-point favorite, so they covered with the 13-point margin of victory. Looking forward, the sportsbooks see this upcoming series as a coin flip, giving both teams -115 odds to advance to the conference finals. Dallas is also priced at plus 380 to win the Western Conference and plus 900 to win the NBA title. Individually, it has been none other than Luka Doncic leading the way this postseason. The superstar point guard has paved the way in scoring, 29.8 ppg, rebounding, 8.8 rpg, and assists, 9.5, so he's nearly averaging a triple-double. Kyrie Irving has also contributed, adding 26.5 points per game while securing a team-leading 1.8 steals per night. These teams played 4 times in the regular season, and it was the Thunder who went 3-1 SU in the series. Those head-to-head matchups were as follows: OKCW 126-120, DALW 146-111, OKCW 126-119, and OKCW 135-86. With that being said, the playoffs are a different animal, so you can put as much stock in those matchups as you'd like. At this number of 3.5, I'm going to take a flyer on the Mavericks. They looked very sharp in their first-round series against the Clippers, and I was mostly surprised by their defensive efforts. Dallas ranked 16th in defensive efficiency during the regular season, conceding 112.4 points per 100 possessions. They held Los Angeles to just 100.3 points per game in the first round. On top of that, Dallas also has a huge edge in playoff experience, which I weigh heavily. Give me the tried and true Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving to keep this game within a possession, if not win outright. My total pick is under 217.5 points. I've heard a ton of speculation surrounding the Thunder heading into the playoffs since they're a youthful, inexperienced bunch. However, Oklahoma City was all business in the first round, dusting New Orleans in 4 games. Those 4 scores finished 94-92, 124-92, 106-85, and 97-89. Clearly, there are still some question marks with the Thunder as the sportsbooks give them minus 115 odds to advance from this upcoming series. Typically, you'd see a number 1 seed favored much more heavily. That holds true in the rest of the futures market, where OKC is just plus 320 to win the West, which are the second longest odds of the 4 teams. The Game 4 road victory over the Pelicans came all the way back on April 29th, so by the time Tuesday's game tips off, the Thunder will have been idle for 8 days. Oklahoma City was a 4.5-point road favorite in the closeout game, so they covered with the 8-point win. Statistically, the Pels had the edge in rebounding, 50-44, but the Thunder were better in every other major statistical category, including field goal percentage, 42.7% to 37.6%, three-point shooting, 30.0% to 23.5%, and turnovers, 14-19. As for individual efforts, it has been the budding superstar duo of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Chet Holmgren paving the way. SGA leads the team in scoring, 27.2 ppg, and assists, 5.0 apg, this postseason, while Holmgren has posted team-high marks in both rebounding, 8.8 rpg, and blocks, 2.8 bpg. Well, if Dallas defense plays like it did in their first series against Los Angeles, then this will be a great opportunity to lock in an under at an inflated number. Of the 16 playoff teams entering the postseason, the Mavericks are 6th in defensive efficiency, conceding only 109.5 points per 100 possessions. On the flip side, Oklahoma City is extremely good in every facet of the game, but their defense is elite. They finished the regular season ranked 4th in defensive efficiency, 109.5 points allowed per 100 possessions, and they are currently 1st in the playoffs, 93.5. Then, we have pace, where the Mavericks are currently the 5th slowest team in the postseason, using only 92.0 possessions per game. We typically think of the Mavs as a high-flying, offensive-minded club, but they've slowed things down as they've entered the playoffs. I think that speaks to the veteran presence of their star backcourt. Let's play the under on Tuesday night.